What's going on? It is Saturday. Time to do a live stream about stuff, right? Do you guys think Bitcoin's going to hit a new all-time high this year? That's pretty much what we're going to talk about. It's only going to take about 5 seconds, and then we'll do whatever. But, you know, I think it actually will. I think it's going to hit a new all-time high this month. Well, that's crazy. That'd be awesome. You know what? Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it'll hit an all-time high tomorrow, right? You know, wouldn't that be sweet? But anyway, guys, let's do a quick... Oh, it's on top chat here. Let me change this for a second. There we go. Scrolling back up again. And we got smart like truck. Some trucks can be smart. Smart truck. Maybe. Maybe not. I FOMO'd into about 40 kilohash. More CPUs. Now waiting what seems an eternity for eBay International to get it into my hands. Oh, crazy, crazy, crazy. But that's awesome, you know. We got Skirm there. We got Nismo Miner. Smart Link Truck again. Black Sails. Just looking around. Mike Vega. 40. Oh, I got to find my button here. I don't know. My buttons do not work. I got to manually click this. Budweiser. 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 Awesome. Awesome. I think I did it right. First time 13. Coinology. Elvatus Jokabuckus. ZF, Elvatus again, 40, Bad Cats in the house, The Pirate, Chris Hanley, son of a rabbit, not saying that, 22 in the house, we got Chris Hanley, scrolling through, Tommy T, what is that, Rudy Chanel, scrolling, and it just jumped on me, Jockwick Miner, UK, I see you, Martin Lebrunsky, Grant Campbell, The Pirate, Black Hat Team, 306 Miner, and I think I said just looking around, if not saying it again. Crypto Perks, I got to jump on over here. I see you over there, Scafer. What is happening? What's going on? So I'm just going to do a refresh here because every time I switch my screen, it's all lagged out. So going back into live chat. So what's happening, guys? We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. How's you guys' mining going so far? This has been a pretty crazy week. Crypto has been pumping, and it's been looking pretty darn amazing. So let's just take a look at Bitcoin right quick here. Here's Bitcoin right now, looking pretty darn good. Let's just fast forward this a little bit here. So we're sitting at 61.9K. What was the last all-time high? That was 64. We are so close to the all-time high, guys. We are so close. So could it happen before the halving? It's likely. You know, we're seeing a lot more money coming in. Just like every cycle, we see more and more money come in. Now, keep in mind, there is a delay. It's going to take a few months after all the crypto starts pumping before new miners decide they're going to try it and all sorts of other things. So word of mouth and all this stuff happens. So, you know, it's going to get really crazy a few months after all the major things start exploding type of thing here. But just looking back a little bit, we're just going to come in to 20, 21, 20. Just kind of look at the end here. I might have to bring it a little closer. There we go. There we go. So as most of us are aware, by the end of this year, things are going to be absolutely crazy. We're definitely going to be at all-time highs, making new ones. But if we look back at 2020, here we are. This is about halving time right here. Now, this is a COVID dip. This was a 50% dip in Bitcoin. I don't think that's going to happen this time. Again, I don't know how to read charts, you know, use whatever daily news to do day trading, long-term, 4-year cycles. It's going to happen around the same time. Whether this is coming up, I doubt it, but you never know. You just always be ready for something. But regardless, I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see what happens. But looking at the previous all-time high of 2017 before the last one, that was 17,800 is when it peaked. And I consider 2017 as probably the first major bull run. We can see a bull run happen in 2013. Obviously, it wasn't huge. It didn't last very long. It went from $120 or so straight up to over $1,000, which is big, but ultimately it came back down, and it was only lasted like a month or two. But regardless, they get longer each time as more money flows in. So 2017, we do see $17,800 as the all-time high, and this is when people really start. I remember this is a time I really started hearing people start talking about Bitcoin was this 2017 run where it shot over 17,000. It was insane. But so we got to look at $17,800 towards the end of 2020, because in cycle time right now we are in 2020. That's where we are in 2024. 2025 will be Bitcoin's top end happening towards the end of the year. So coming into the end here, what do we pass in 2020? That's right there. We can already see November 22nd, we're at 18,000. So what, and then it just started ballooning from here. So what did it skyrocket to just before the end of the year here? We can see 27,000. So it definitely made new all-time highs leading towards the end of the year. And that's what I think we're going to see this year. What is this? Something, new follower happening on Twitcher. So thank you for following over on Twitch. I just got an email. Much appreciated. I got to refresh over here on the tubers again. But this is what I am expecting happening over here, is that we're going to see this new all-time high. Maybe it's going to happen by the time the halving. That seems to be a lot of what people are talking about lately, is it's going to happen a lot earlier. But by the end of this year, that's when we're really going to start seeing them rocket ships take off, just like what we've seen. This happened in the 2 cycles before this. It's going to be insane this year. It's going to be insane. Now, what is the top going to be? I know before, I always say never change. I don't like to change it, but I think I might have to change it. I don't know for sure yet. Usually I'm saying, around 100 to 150K could be the top. I'm thinking we might see possibly 200K, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. Like, if we look back, let's just say 2017, the peak was 1,046. 2017, obviously, we went like 17x the previous all-time high. But then it started to slow down. So 17,800, the next peak was 64,455. So I guess, what is that? What is that in X times terms of reviews here? I'm not even sure. But if we can see about I think this was a 3 or 4x based on 17.8. Just rough numbers, is not exact. But I think we'll probably see maybe another 2 or 3x this all-time high, which would put that pretty close to 300 or to 200K. But again, I'm not a trader. I don't know what's going on. We're going to see numbers like $1 million popping out here soon. But I don't know what it's going to hit. But, I think it may be possible to see close to 200. Obviously, the higher the better, but not financial advice. It's going to go up, but I don't know how high. Do you guys agree with anything I just kind of pointed out? Are we going to see an all-time high by the end of the year? I definitely think we are. But hey, is it right time to buy an Antminer X5? Secure C-word. Can you find it? I've been looking for them everywhere. Everywhere is sold out. I think Bitmain stopped making them or something. I don't know. But, if you could find one, great. Make sure it's on a legit website. Links are in the description if you're looking for legit ASIC vendors. But they're really hard to find. I don't even think there are that many made or something. I don't know what it is. They either got very popular. There was a time frame there. It was a couple months back when the rumors that Zeph mining might be available. If you're still thinking, if you think it can, it can't. Keep that in mind. It cannot mine Zeph right now. It can only mine QRL, Monero, and what's the other one? Taboo coin, I think, are the only coins it can mine so far. But it doesn't matter. I don't know if they can actually use firmware. It sounds like it's a hardware level for the blob thing. I don't 100% know if that's true or not. Maybe it'll get Zeph support eventually, but it's a wicked miner. It's making, I think it's a very underrated miner. No one's really talking about it, but it is making decent amount of money. I think it's actually down now to only like $12 to $15 a day. But there were a lot of times when it was well over $20 a day on a 1,300 watt miner. So yeah, it's an awesome miner. I like it. I enjoy it for sure. And plus, it's not technically an ASIC. It is CPUs. How's Doge treating you? I think it's doing pretty good. I don't have any of my scripts. I have no power. It sucks. I have zero power. I am running at my limits. My 230 amps, my 130 amp there on 240, the limit on the 80% rule is about 5,700 watts. You can run 7,200 max. One of them's at about 5,800 watts. The other one is rocking 6,000 watts. So one is over and the other one's 100 watts over. I can't literally turn anything on. I'm thinking about maybe putting together another little bathroom miner or something, because I did send my Jazz miners and stuff away for hosting. But what is the price of Doge? It has been going up, hasn't it? I think it's been doing good. Now, that's the major thing when it comes to the script miners, is Litecoin can pump 100x, and it's going to improve your profitability, obviously. But the big thing comes to Dogecoin. It's up to 14 cents now. Oh, yeah, look at that. 7 days, solid gains. Doge is looking pretty darn sweet right now. So that's pretty awesome here. A lot of people that have, the nice big miners, I'm sure they're smiling and grinning right now. Will it hit $1 this year? Dogecoin has a huge community. It's just like Monero. There's huge communities behind some of these coins, and that's a good thing. A coin does need a community, whether it's a meme coin, which I always call meme coins as just dumb meme coins, most of them on the Ethereum blockchain. Doge is kind of its own thing on its own level. Obviously, it has Elon Musk that hinted he may start allowing payments on X, the largest, technically one of the largest social media exchanges or places now could allow Doge payments on X. If that becomes a thing, we could definitely start seeing probably $1 Doge, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to make a lot of money, and those script miners are going to be awesome. Imagine the demand on NiceHash. See, that's another thing too when it comes to mining. Sometimes you can make a lot more just due to FOMO demand, and that comes from hash rate rentals and stuff. So NiceHash, mining rig rentals, a lot of these things, like whether it's a new coin, whatever, you're renting for the algorithm. So pointing your miner there, even if you're stacking Bitcoin or you want something else, you can just sell that and buy some other coin. But you can take advantage of high FOMO rates when it comes to people wanting to rent out hash rate. And if Doge really starts pumping, you could probably see a lot of money coming in from NiceHash FOMO rentals. And, it's just one thing to always keep an eye on over there. But yeah, Doge is definitely looking good. I don't have that much. I know the old lady there, I had the mini Doge miners mining to her wallet for a little while, and she has a smile on her face. So, Doge is looking good. Yeah, Doge on X. Imagine, that'd be awesome. We all know Elon Musk is a promoter of Dogecoin. He holds quite a bit of Dogecoin. And, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I think it's, Whale Chart and all those other people that kind of post stuff. I didn't see Elon Musk say it directly, but he said Elon Musk hints towards allowing Doge payments sometime this year or next year. I don't know when. But if that becomes a thing, it's definitely a possibility that we could see $1 Doge. It'll be insane. Is MEXC good? I use MEXC personally for pretty much everything that I mine. They have most of the coins that I mine on their exchange. So I like it. Just like anything, though, never hold your coins on these exchanges because it'd just be a bad thing. You don't know if they're going to rug eventually. It's also hard to, like right now, CRO has been pumping. Obviously, if you have the Crypto.com Visa card and stuff, you get cash back in CRO. So it's nice to see that pump. But a lot of these exchanges now are trying to get their own coins. And that's exactly kind of what happened to FTX. And they over leverage their coin if they're going bankrupt. And just be very careful. So use an exchange for its intended purposes. Move to it. Swap your coins, sell your coin, get the heck out of there, and then put it back in your own wallet, or maybe you move it to an off-ramp to put it in your bank account or something. But do not treat these as wallets on their own, because they can do whatever they want, and you can't do anything about it because it's not your coins. Yeah, it's in your account on their exchange, but they hold all the keys. The exchange goes down, they can lock every single account. You cannot touch anything. So yeah, right now, MEXC is great. I use it for exchanging everything that I pretty much mine right now. But, just don't hold your coins there is what it comes down to. Especially as we get into this bull run, guys, things are going to get insane. There's going to be a lot of people losing a lot of money. And just from stupid things like that you can all prevent. Coinbase did the other day to protect institutional money. There you go. You can see where Coinbase, all they care about is the big players, not the little guys. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I heard about that where Coinbase, someone bought Bitcoin. I think they bought it $500, $1,000 just like a couple days before it pumped. And then it pumped up and they wanted to cash it out. Nope, couldn't do it. They halted withdrawals and selling or something where they couldn't pull out their coins anymore. So that kind of sucks. You say it's due to protect institutional money, which means they're favoring someone over the other. Personally, if you want to sell, you should be able to sell. They probably didn't have, they're probably hiding something. They didn't have enough money in there to cover what people wanted or something. So be very careful about things like that. How about that NXL debacle? That's a very interesting thing. Honestly, hopefully the chain works out and everything's fixed. It does sound like if you did have coins on, what was it, Zedrix, that they have steps in the Discord to be able to see your coins and get them back. The dev did sell half of the pre-mine when it pumped up, which works out to be around $100,000. Now, whether he's actually going to use that to help the coin itself, or if he's just saying that and he actually not, we have to wait and see what happens. But, if anything, this should come out of this. This should be a learning experience for everybody, because right now the dev is claiming, and maybe he's right. Maybe he just didn't know or didn't realize that this pruning takes effect after an X amount of time. So with that being said, he says the new nodes now are in archive mode, which means it will now store the entire blockchain. But just to keep an eye on things, guys, future forks are going to come, and this could be used for very, very bad ways. People can just say, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. A lot of us seen this happen kind of earlier with Kaspa, where all of a sudden the blockchain started pruning here. Now, I don't know if Kaspa had archival nodes or not. Point is, future forks, if they know that this is happening now, and everyone should have known. You fork a coin, you should pretty much know how it works in the first place and not get hit by a surprise. So all of a sudden, we could have another fork emerge tomorrow, next week, whatever, and all of a sudden it could be 100%, malicious vibes for it. And then just before the node starts doing its pruning process, they could start, dumping everything they got, and no one will be able to track it. And then they'll just say, oh, guys, I didn't know. Oops. Why did it erase? Oops, what happened here? And then you can't track nothing from that point because the blockchain got erased. So, the point of this is, hopefully maybe NanXL, maybe, the information I got was wrong. I'm not saying it's 100% accurate. I'm not saying it's 100% wrong. It could be there. There could be something to it. All I was doing is giving the information I had to you guys. It's just part of doing your own research. Do what you got to do and take it any way you want. But the point is, moving forward, this happens on Kaspa forks, and it can be used for bad intentions. So just keep an eye out on that, and be ready. So we'll just have to wait and see how NXL does prevail moving forward, and we'll just have to go from there. But just be very careful, guys. Be very careful, because the pruning process is a thing, and it can be used to do a massive dump. It could be used for any reason, and it'll be hidden because it gets deleted, and then just be like, oh, well, I didn't know that was going to happen. My bad. And then they just take off. So, be very careful, guys. This is crypto. We're getting close to that bull run, and there's just going to be so many scams emerging, especially as more and more people keep coming in. So that pretty much is the bottom line of it all, really. How's your dual epic 7742 doing? Is a setup like that worth it, or better buy several 7950X rigs? So, about that, well, it's doing good and stuff, obviously. But when I bought it, it was 3-4 months ago now. I did sell some Kaspa to help buy that thing and stuff. But they're going up in price. When I bought it, it was about the same price, a little bit cheaper to buy that than, say, 4 7950X rig and stuff, which would work out pretty close to the same efficiencies. And then, they're pretty close to the same hash rates. But now there has been high demands happening in China for CPUs, whether it's CPU mining, or probably is, Filecoin and some other coins are really big out there where you do need hefty CPUs. But regardless, CPU mining demand has obviously been going up. Prices are going up on the epics and the motherboards. I think it's more on the motherboard side, but expect the chips to go up as well. It doesn't really make sense to buy those anymore unless you're looking for pure density. They're also older. So now you got, say you get a dual epic 7742. They're 4 or 5 years old or something at this point, used 24/7 in server applications. So there's no warranty, nothing there anymore. So as they come in, if they go down, that is a huge chunk of money gone. And that is also a huge chunk of hash that is gone as well. So, you do have to kind of weigh the ups and downs of that. And just straight up right now, I don't think it's worth it anymore because the prices are getting so much higher. It's not pretty close. You could build the 7950X rigs and stuff cheaper now. And now with the 7950X 3D, they're not even that as efficient compared to those. And you got the newer architecture with the AVX 512 and everything. So, I just think the consumer grade 7950Xs are the better option especially long term and stuff right now. But, you know, it's totally up to you. It's totally up to you. Epics are freaking awesome, but, you know, they're old. The ones we're getting, you know, the 7742 and stuff, they're old at this point. We're getting old, used, runoff hardware, which are great for mining, but, you know, the prices are going up as well. So it's not as worth it as it was like 3 or 4 months ago. You know, maybe next bear market, you know, you might be able to pick them up super cheap again, but we'll see. Epic is worth it, but don't like the hot weather. Yeah, the VRMs, depending on the motherboard that you get and stuff, you definitely need to find some other cooling and stuff for that. For the duals anyway. The single seems all right. I think the 7950X is the better play. Let the company... Well, let's just take a look. Let's go into CPU mining calculator. We can take a look at this. Let's just, you know, random X. Let's just see what the one dual Epic through my testing was. So 94 kilohash at 720 watts. So let's just look at like the 79X3D here for an example. Put in 4 of that. What is that? So 94, 720, a little bit more. Let's go 5. So now we're at 108. So 4 would be the closest to it. We're actually using less power, but we're only at 87 kilohash. So 4 of these would be, what would it cost me? A little over $1,000 each Canadian. So about 4,000. Yeah, they're about, I think the dual Epic cost me around 4,500, I think, when I got it. This is about 4,300. We're actually using a bit less power and pretty darn close to the hash rates here of it. So the X3D, in my mind, would be the better option. But then, you know, space and other things there would be it as well. So, yeah, that's a interesting turn of events. Meanwhile, let's take a look. What's the profitability looking like right now? Let's just kind of compare something here. So, RTX 4090. Honestly, when I look at mine, where I'm at right now, because I am limited on power, most residential home miners are probably in the same situation where they don't have infrastructure for hundreds and hundreds of amps of power and stuff. You know, I only have a 100 amp panel and it's underground. It's going to cost me about $40,000 to dig up about 100 feet underground and the walkways and stuff to put in, you know, a 200 to 400 amp panel, depending how much they let me. But a 200 amp panel just to do it is probably going to be around $30,000 to $40,000 for me. It's not cheap. So I only got 230 amps going plus whatever I have a 120 volt my workstation and stuff. So I do spend more money on efficiency because I want to get the most amount of hash as I can on the least amount of power possible. And I'm maxed out right now. So I do need to get stuff that could give me more hash and use the same power or less. So example, like let's look at the 4090. And I think, you know, probably by the end of the year, we're probably going to see a 5090. So it doesn't make any sense for me to even buy maybe any more 4000 series, because if we see a massive jump in efficiencies and performance, because we are supposed to see big mem boosts and stuff as well on the 5000 series, it could be insane. So I'm saving up for 5090s personally myself. You know, not financial advice, do whatever you want. But right now, like we can look at a 4090, it's making $1.10 after power, $2.22 before power. This is $2,200 Canadian right now, MSRP for the Founders Edition, which is the cheapest one. That's what I paid for mine, $2,200 with taxes and everything. So if I come in the CPU mining calculator right now, I could build two 7950X rigs for the same price. It's about $1,000 Canadian for me to do this. So I'm going to calculate this. And we can see, you know, Zeph is making $3.46 for the same price. $2.57 after power. It's double. For the same amount of money, I'm making over double of what a 4090 would be making me right now. So, you know, it only makes sense. Now, keep in mind, there's been an influx of CPUs like crazy coming across the board. I don't know if it was an email or a comment the other day. Someone says he has about 5 or 6 mega hash of CPU hash rate online, and he wants to 10x his farm. He wants to hit about 40 or 50 mega hash. That is a lot of freaking CPUs. Like, that is a lot. You know, that's like something I would dream of. My goal is to like hit 1 mega hash, but I'm maxed out in power with everything I got going on. I can't even hit my own goal that I wanted unless I shut off some things. You know, eventually I might shut off those Kaspa ASICs as the hash rate increases, block reward drops, but it comes down to the price of Kaspa in the first place. So I don't know what I'm going to do until it hits those points, but I'm pretty much maxed out. I can't really do anything moving forward. I am a huge step ahead how I was last bull run, where, you know, I didn't really have too much hash doing it. And now I'm just like full bore going crazy through the bear market. And, you know, my CPUs did that for me. But with the influx of CPUs coming in and GPU mining not looking too hot this year as more hash rate comes online and stuff, because we still haven't seen the bulk of the GPU hash rate hit until we actually start seeing decent profits happen on GPUs. That's when a lot of the farms will start turning back on the GPU mining. So when that happens, we're going to see profits drop. I think it's a reset on the GPUs and an influx on the CPUs. So next cycle, it could be a totally different situation. I mine with any hardware. I'm not biased. I'm not only GPUs. I'm not only CPUs. I mine with what makes me the most damn money. That's all I care about. And as you guys that follow the channel, I'm sure you guys are aware about this as well. But, you know, if it turns into FPGAs, I'll start turning off CPUs, turning on FPGAs. If it starts coming back to GPUs, I will start turning off CPUs, turning on GPUs. But I diversify. I try to get, you know, the most efficient things I can on everything. I don't care about the coin. I don't care about the blockchain. I don't care what's going on. I care about making money when it comes to mining, and I go to whatever coin is paying me the most with whatever type of hardware. So that's why I diversify into anything that can pretty much mine crypto and just go from there. That way, you know, I could turn this off, turn that on, turn this off, turn that on, go all over the place. So that's what it is for me when I'm trying to do stuff. So, you know, I could be wrong. You know, maybe I should only be a GPU miner only. Maybe I should only be a CPU miner. But you will hit times where you're not making anything, and that's just bad. Then you got to shut everything off, and then you're like, now what do I do? Twiddle my thumbs and yell at the world and say how bad everything is because I'm not making any money. That's what we're seeing out of most people anyway through the bear market is, you know, all that toxic stuff. Oh, that's dead, that's dead, that's dead. That's why I never sell anything. That's why there's never any resale value. Oh, why'd you buy that? You could have got this better resale value. Who cares about resale value? I don't plan on selling. Most miners don't really plan on selling. Miners that plan on selling their hardware are people who bought at the top, get in at the bull market, and then they try to sell it later on because now it's not making anything. Hold it there, because now people that sold all their rigs, say GPU mining starts picking up again. You know, you would have ROI'd all your rigs. Now you got to go buy all that hardware again. You got to go get everything and you're restarting the whole process. All my stuff is ROI'd and it doesn't matter. I shut it off and I turn it back on when it's profitable. I don't have to worry about all this ROIing process, and that seems to be the only thing people care about these days when, you know, just keep your hardware and just wait. Turn it on when it gets profitable again. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Resale value, as soon as that's brought up, I just ignore the comment. It's like, no, don't. That is not even a number that's factored into anything I do. Who cares about resale value? Keep your hardware and just turn it on when it's profitable again. That's all you got to do. Anyway, moving forward. Or your wife says, sell that crap. You know, that could be a thing too. That could be a thing too. Now, there's different ways to go about it. Yeah, all hardware technically has resale value. Some is harder than others. Now, you know, like I did sell GPUs in the past, you know, some Polaris GPUs and stuff. But all I did, I sold it and just invested in more efficient hardware. I went from like Polaris GPUs to the 3000 series because that was the better thing to have for Ethereum. I kept about the same hash rate and I dropped my power costs in half because they were much more efficient. Now, leading into this, if the 5000 series comes and, you know, if GPU hardware starts going up in price, you know, sure, you can consider that resale value, but I'm not getting rid of it. I'll just upgrade, sell my hardware and get the 5000 series because it's more efficient. Still keeping around the same hash rate. Maybe I'll get more depending on the series, but I'm dropping the power costs for each coin. So that's how I look at things. Same thing as, you know, if CPU mining starts exploding and say a 3900X rig starts going for maybe $1,000, $2,000 a piece, you know, maybe I'll sell a couple and then just upgrade to all 7000 series and stuff like that. So, you know, you can still kind of, I guess, use the resale value thing. But end of the day is I don't plan on selling any of my hardware unless it's updating for more efficient hardware. So I don't go out and buy an old garbage. If you have free power, you can buy all the old cheap garbage you want. Everything's profitable. But for most home miners like myself and people with, you know, 20-cent power, 30-cent power, and so on, you know, you need to run efficient. And that's what really matters to stay profitable in the mining business. So Rabid can dump on suckers. No. Oh man. Are you still holding RTM? After a long time, there's no deliveries. They soon gonna release assets and some other stuff. Will be interested. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm still definitely holding RTM. I got all those nodes running and they're rocking away in the background. We're just going to wait and see what happens. It's going to be interesting once assets and the DeFi platform and everything starts running. You know, it's going to be some interesting times ahead for sure. You know, will it explode this bull run? Who knows? Maybe next run if it doesn't this run. But we'll just see what happens. In the meantime, I got nodes running in the background, slowly collecting. We'll just have to wait. When L9? Good question. So I was actually, you know, that's actually a topic I was going to talk about today. You know, originally I was thinking we're going to see an L9 this year, but now I don't know. You know, I do expect it to probably happen. It is revamp year for Bitmain to do all their things. But looking back on like this, for an example, let's just look at this. And let's just look at the timeline of when miners usually released for like scripts. So we can see the L7, the first one that came out, the 9.5 gigahash. It came out in November, the end of 2021, which is, you know, pretty much when Bitcoin hit all-time high. And then we started slowly at that point moving into the bear market. Sure, we still had a good 4 or 5 months of nice solid profit mining before it actually dipped hard. But towards the end of 2022 is when we see the bottom of the market in terms of Bitcoin. So that's released right at the peak. I don't even know what the price was. I wish I would have recorded a video. I'm going to do one earlier sometime here just so we can get all the current prices right now as everything's cheap. Because we get in the bull run, these things, everything is going to be so damn expensive. It's just going to be stupid expensive. I don't even, oh, it's going to be crazy. Anyway. So we can see November 2021 is when the L7 released. Now, the big miner before that was the L3 Plus. We're talking about Bitmain, not all the gold shells in between and stuff. And that came out in 2017. So based on the L3 and the L7, 2017, every 4-year cycle, 2017, 2024, or 2024, 2021, and now, you know, in theory, that would put it next year. You know, right at the peak is when they're going to drop this thing for probably $100,000 because of whatever. But, you know, I don't know. You know, some reason I think it's going to happen a little earlier this time. But, you know, they're building their new Kaspa ASICs because obviously they see a lot of money there. So they got a lot of Kaspa things going on, upgrades. They just released, I think there's a new Sia coin miner coming out soon. You know, I expect them to probably drop it maybe by the end of this year. It all depends, too, if Hashblade actually releases or not. But, you know, Charlie Lee here, you know, he's into all the ASICs. He has a lot of inside information and stuff. But he says, even to this day, you know, in Chinese words, till this day, most rumors turn out to be true eventually, except this one concerning the Doge miner L9, the script miner. So what he means by this is this has been posted for like a year now. I think sometime last summer. Like, it's been here for a long time on Vipera website. You can see the Vipera cycle safe 2-year extended. Now, I tried clicking on Vipera's website a couple weeks ago and it takes me to a red warning screen. Careful, this is a virus. Don't click. You know, please go back or whatever. I was like, wow. That never used to happen to me before. Have you guys been noticing that? Someone DM'd me also before and said, have you noticed this? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with their website, but I don't remember it doing that before. Regardless, I'm not going to it because you never know what could happen. But the point is, this is from Vipera. I believe Badgerland Crypto had it posted a while ago, but then they took it off because there's still too much uncertainty around when it was going to come out. But this is saying Q2 of this year. Up in the air. I doubt it, but hey, you never know. It could be happening here. To give these guys some type of credibility, they did have the X5 posted before anybody ever heard about it, so it could be a thing. But the point is, this has been here for like since last summer. But they are saying 17.6 gigahash at 3,200 watts. That is less power than the current 9.5 gigahash and almost double the hash rate. You know, these numbers seem well within reason. I think this is probably what we will see around that. You know, maybe it'll end up at 1920 gigahash. Maybe it'll be 3,500 watts. But I think it's pretty close to what to expect from the L9. Now, the uncertainty around this whole situation here is when's it going to release? You know, based on the timeline, probably next year. But I wouldn't rule it out that it could definitely happen sometime this year. I think it will happen, especially with the rumored hash blades, which, you know, we don't know if they're real or not. We have to wait till we see a working model, working hash rate, and all this stuff. Those are rumored by the end of the year. Jazz Miner, I still don't know what's going on with Jazz Miner, if they got theirs coming or not. But, you know, if all three of these end up being real, this miner could be the worst miner of them all. You know, the price might be decent. That's what Bitmain gets a lot of. Look at the E9 Pro, probably one of the worst ETH miners ever, but it was cheaper than a lot, and that's why a lot of people love them. So if they price this thing decent, obviously it's going to become very popular. But at miner, Bitmain, the last couple ASICs, you know, their latest S21s, S19s, the X5s, a lot of them have been blowing up lately. So just because it's a Bitmain miner, it doesn't mean it has quality anymore. You know, they don't make things like they used to. Things are blowing up all over the place. So it's going to be really iffy, you know, that you can't even really count on Bitmain anymore to sell you a decent miner. But, you know, we'll just have to see how it plays out. So I expect this to happen, but if Jazz Miner emerges, you know, if hash blades are real, we could see this being the worst miner. And if this is the worst miner of them all, imagine the hash rate increase we could see coming online for Litecoin and Dogecoin. If this beast is probably the one you don't want, it's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. And, you know, Dogecoin is going to have to hit maybe $2 depending on the network hash rate at that point to be decent. So I don't know. Oh, that's another one. Alephium ASICs. I don't know. I have no information on those whatsoever. Obviously, they're going to be coming sometime, but that's just another one that may extend the script one, because there's probably going to be a lot of money in those. So Bitmain is probably definitely fast-tracking and working on those. So, you know, that would push a script miner back. But script ASICs are some of the most common miners out there. So, you know, next to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is obviously Bitmain's biggest money-making ASICs in terms of sales and large mining farms upgrading, because you're going to have to upgrade to stay, you know, to stay in the profitability range with cheap power. And, you know, the network hash is exploding, and then you got the halving where your rewards are cut in half. So it's going to be very interesting. A lot of mining farms are probably going to have to shut down after the halving just because it's not going to look too hot. But then again, you know, well, in theory, to make the same amount as they are right now, Bitcoin's going to have to double in price. So that's 120K just to make the same amount that they're making right now. The only difference is they also have ordinals online on Bitcoin, which I think was probably dumb. But we could see block rewards, even though it's going to drop to like 3, we could see block rewards hitting 12 or 15 Bitcoin, which is insane. And that's definitely going to speed up the process of how fast Bitcoin gets minted long term and cut that back a few years if the network really gets busy and we start seeing 15, 20 Bitcoin block rewards. That's going to be pretty insane. You imagine that? It's going to be like, imagine Bitcoin hits at least 100K, which it will this run. But imagine a 20 Bitcoin block reward. That's a $2 million block reward. Like, holy crap. And, you know, obviously it gets busy. Now, in order for a block reward like that to happen, the Bitcoin network is going to slow right down. Someone's going to try sending $50 worth of Bitcoin. It's going to cost them $100 to send it, and it's going to take 2 weeks to get there because the mempool is so full. So, I don't know. I feel those stupid ordinals are hurting Bitcoin, honestly, but you know what, we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously the miners are laughing because they're getting big rewards, but I think the usability is definitely going to drop it quite a bit. It's not going to look as hot. Alephium, Pi, Zeph, mining like crazy. Yeah, look, I do have my 4090. I'm stuttering like crazy. I got my 4090 on Alephium currently right now. Actually, let's just take a look on Alephium. Where is this? Right there. Yeah, here's my Alephium, rocking on some Viper Pool here. Oh, so I had a power outage yesterday. That sucked. That was horrible. Power's out, not making any money, but I am rocking some Alephium here. I got, oh yeah, my 4090 is offline because I'm, you guys can't see that. There we go. 4090 is offline because I'm live streaming. I was like, oh, what's happening? I got a rig down, but we're good. But I got the C1100 going here. I got the E300 going here. FPGA action. So I'm around 21 gigahash. I think I'm around, what are we at for 24 hours? 21.58 with that down. I think I'm around 25 gigahash. And I'm only using like 500 watts or something. I don't even know. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. These things are so efficient. They're awesome. I love them. And that's, you know, it's all about efficiency. I have no issues paying extra for efficiency when it comes to crypto mining, because I need to max out the profit per watt. That's what I look at. Profit per watt. Who cares what that miner makes? Who cares what that miner makes? It may be looking like a lot, but if you actually break it down to profit per watt, it might not be looking that good. You know, my CPUs technically are making more than the freaking Kaspa ASICs. Even though the Kaspa ASICs look awesome on paper, they're not making as much per watt of power that they're using. So, you know, these are all things to take into account. This is what it's all about making the most that you can for as cheap as you can. As miners, our power is our highest expense that we have. So we got to mitigate that as much as possible. And sometimes it means you have to, spend a little extra on hardware. But, that's what I do. Anything new about Locatech hash? No, nothing new. Haven't heard anything new. Just they're coming. Trust me, bro, they're coming. That's what's going on there. 200 to 500K. What FPGA is that you were running? So the C1100 and the E300 from Osprey. So the E300. So technically, altogether, it's like 4 C1100s because they're all in the same category of FPGA. I have a spreadsheet somewhere that tells me what each FPGA is. But the E300s, the VU33Ps, there's 3 of them in the big E300. That's the equivalent. They're all like C1100s and say. So whatever that category is, it's pretty much 4 of those. The C1100 is expensive. Lots. Like, I don't even know what they're selling for right now. Too much money, probably. Let me see. C1100 AMD. What are you worth? Are you selling it? Accelerator. Blockchain accelerator card. $2,300 US. Yeah, that's expensive. So, $2,300 US is what it is. So, the 4090 is pretty close to the same hash rate, but it does use like twice the power. Personally, I don't know. I'd probably rather go with the 4090 because this thing is just so expensive. And then the other thing is, though, like, we have a lithium going to be hit with ASIC soon. We have, what's it called? Ironfish is going to be moving to the other algorithm. That reminds me, there's one more thing here I want to point out. Where is it? Let's go back into this. There's something here that's not really making sense for me. It was posted in Discord, but maybe I can just find it. Where's Carlson? You guys know Carlson here? Let's go into Carlson. No. Oh, Carlson's on Maxis. It already is. Oh, it's January 30th. I was like, what? This right here. This makes 0 sense to me. I don't understand what's going on here. Well, obviously, if you look at this, it tells you what's going on. NiceHash is adding Carlson hash to it for rental. But that makes 0 sense to me because, one, isn't Carlson hash forking to a new algorithm? Why would they? Who cares if NiceHash adds it if you're just moving to another algorithm? Now, I believe NXL does use Carlson hash, so then that would be the only coin you're mining on NiceHash once Carlson does fork. So I don't know what's going on here. Big news: NiceHash mining, the global leader in hash rate marketplace since 2014, is adding support for Carlson hash. Who cares if you're forking anyway? It makes 0 sense to even promote that at this point if you're not even going to be using that algorithm anymore. So I don't know what's going on. Did they cancel it somewhere and I missed it? They're no longer forking to a alleged version of Fish Hash? I don't know. Anybody hear anything? Because I haven't. Last I heard, they still want to fork. Are you still mining Cedra? No, I'm off Cedra. I got, a bunch of coins and then I just moved off, went back to Kaspa because, honestly, it's the project we know is doing something. Now, it doesn't mean Cedra's not going to do it. We have no idea. Cedra hasn't hit the pruning stage yet, guys. What's going to happen when Cedra hits the pruning stage? This is going to be an interesting thing, as we just talked about earlier in this. Are they going to do something malicious, or are they going to... Do they have archival nodes running, or are we going to have a huge mess up, or are they going to get through it smoothly because they had anticipated it? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens when we get to that point on that coin as well. But no, I got a bunch of coins just sitting in a wallet, and if it does something, it does something. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mined it for a week, and, I'm prepared to lose a week's worth of power for it to see what happens. So, it's either going to go up or it's going to go to 0. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. It's the risk we take. But that's the thing about mining, guys. We mine the coins. We're just using some power to do so. It could pump, it might not. Now, different from people who are investors pumping all these stupid meme coins. Here, guys, put 500,000, sell your house, buy this coin. It'll make you a millionaire in 2 days. You just put someone on the street, you asshole. I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. I don't usually talk like that because I'm Canadian. So anyway, I hate those meme coins. I hate them. And people lose so much money on this FOMO drive, and the bull market's just gonna rob so many people. I'm sorry, it's one of the true things I really don't like is those, like, sorry. Okay, we're gonna talk about something else before I start saying bad stuff. Anyway, Chia is also talking about a hard fork to stop GPU from grinding plot. Really? I wasn't aware about that, but Chia's another one that's moving up. I actually have 2 more drives I just got in from Evergreen that I want to throw online here soon, but I got to find an adapter from a USB-C to, what is it? What did I get in here? All right, so I got like that data cable side. I can't remember what that one's called, and it's USB-C, and I need a USB. So I've got to find an adapter to get those 2 drives online there, so that sucks. But that's coming sometime soon. But yeah, Chia's been doing great. Is it gonna? Who knows what it's gonna hit? But it's another way that uses like next to no power and could mine something. But let's take a look at Chia right now. How's it doing? Chia is, oh wow, so it's at $51. Not too shabby. Well, look at that. Good job. 7 days. Something happened recently. 1 month, 1 year. Now, what's the all-time high of this thing? It was huge. It was like 2,000, wasn't it? $1,600. Will it ever hit that again? I don't know. Probably not. But if it did, that would be insane. That would be insane. But we're seeing price gain. That's good. $50. Like, I've been mining Chia for like 2 years. I only got like 4 Chia. I've got like, what, 12 or 20 terabytes, 18. I don't even know. Actually, I think I had 12. Been mining for like 2 years with 12 terabytes. Not much at all. But, I got 4 Chia. If this does something, great. If it doesn't, another thing that, whatever, it doesn't. It was using 8 watts of power per drive. So, maybe 30 watts max is all I'm out. It's not going to put me on the street. No, not an NVMe. Just a normal 12 terabyte drive type of thing. But no, I got 2 more. I think I got 2 more 12s, or I got 2 18s that I got to put online. I don't know what size they are. I guess I'll find out when I plug them in. But we'll get those going here soon. Chia is a plant grows out of a rock with water. Yeah, that is right. That's the Chia. A nice fun toy from the 80s. Chia toy. Yeah, you fill it up. Grass grows out of it. It was awesome. How many terabytes do you need to get? None. 1 terabyte. You only need 1 terabyte to get started. You can get started with 500 gigabytes probably. I'm not sure how big it takes for how large one plot is, but you don't need very much. I'm using the Evergreens. Why? Because they're easy. you just plug them in and you're good to go, pretty much. I got 43 Chia. I got 2,600 something running. Let's just have a look. I don't even know what their prices are anymore. Evergreen Miner. Is that what it is? Evergreen Miner. You can also get them on Bitcoin Merch. I believe they're a supplier for Evergreen as well. I should have links to all this stuff down also if you're looking for it. So there's the Tail Edition Hub V3, 80 TBEs, $1,000 for 80 TBE. I don't even know what that's making right now. Pretty much. I don't know where is. Oh yeah, featured. Look, I get neglected everywhere. I say something about it. They don't post me. I'm too small. My name don't matter. Where the heck is their price thing? Scrolling up. EVG support shop. Okay, easiest 2,200. Where's a single drive or something? Okay, here's the starter kit. Here's the plus kit. So $13.99 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 18 terabyte drives. So I just want to go into something like this. Now you can get what is it? There's that one hard drive store. I can't remember what it's called. I don't remember what it's called. I got it in my Discord, the link, but there's a discount code. You can find drives fairly cheap there. But I just want to look at what are these drives selling for the most part if you were to just buy it and plot yourself. Now, if you plot yourself, you're going to need decent RAM, GPUs now for the compressed and so on. You need extra stuff, decent CPUs, whatever. But where the heck is the drive? Storage right here. So let's just look at price per gigabyte here. I'm just going to find the cheapest. Absolute cheapest price per gigabyte is this. The Seagate EOX, whatever, X18, 18 terabytes, $259. So $255. And how many was this? Let's just go here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to times that by 5 and see what it heads up to be. So 255 times 5. That is $1,275. So $1,275 to buy, you know, the cheapest 18 terabyte out of this whole list listed on PC Part Picker here. Or I could spend an extra, I guess, $120, and all I got to do is plug them in. I don't have any plotting or anything I got to do, and everything is found nice in an app. So a lot of people say these are just way too expensive. It's the dumbest thing you could ever do, but we just looked at the price. You know, it's an extra $100 for convenience. People lose money on convenience all the time. Look at you know, all these profit calculators and, you know, Zergpool and unmineable and stuff. You're losing your money all the time mining on those. So, you know, spending an extra $100 just to plug it in and already be online and start mining instantly, instead of spending days trying to plot out your plots and learning all this crazy stuff. You know, I think that $100 for convenience is probably worth it. That's why, you know, I said screw it. I'm just using these. Like, I'm not losing much extra at all. But, you know, who knows? Who knows what the coin's going to do? It might not go past where it's at right now. Maybe it'll go to that $1,600 again. That would be insane. But I don't know. You got 16 terabytes for $270. 18 terabytes, $1,000. No, it's 18 terabytes for 5. It's 5 18 terabyte drives. It's not 18 terabytes for $1,000 there. But yeah, I don't know. So you got a 16 terabyte for $270. So let's see here, $270. Well, see, this is cheaper for 18 terabytes. This is USD. Let's see, yeah, this is 18 terabytes for $255. So this is 2 extra terabytes than what you got that 16 for. And it's cheaper based on here. But yeah, I don't know. You know, it's just something to look out. Now, there's a website that's a lot cheaper than all those. Let me find it, actually. Is it in here? Let me just move this over. Go into here. Hive Mapper, eBay, ASIC miners, AAAWAVE. Where do I have the hard? Do I have a hard drive section? Chia. Maybe it's in here. Juicy miners, evergreen. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'll put this link down here if you guys want any evergreens for yourself. We'll just throw that in right there. But I don't have it. Where the heck? I have a discount code for a place that actually has drives cheaper than what that says. I don't even know what it's like. It's almost like $200 for 18 terabytes or something. I don't know. It's quite a bit cheaper, but regardless, don't matter. Okay, no fun in just plugging stuff in. No, that's true. There's no fun in, you know, obviously you'll get more out of it if you just, you know, obviously buy the hard drives, set up a plotting rig and do all the plotting yourself. It is more fun, but you got to keep in mind, we're trying to cater to everyone out there. These are nice. There are people that just want things to just plug in and go. And obviously those are the things to do it. Now, you can save a bit of money and stuff just doing everything yourself. You know, you're always paying a little bit extra for the convenience of things. Even parallel, you can crank out terabytes of plots per day. Nice, nice. I never tried the parallel side of things. I was just using, didn't have much RAM and stuff when I did my original plotting. And now, like, I don't even know if it's because I have a bunch of nodes running, but on my server PC thing kind of beside me with the 3900X, I can't even keep the blockchain in sync fast enough to get in sync anymore. Like, it was good, and then when I started putting on some of these other like ETMC nodes and stuff, I can't stay up to date with syncing of the blockchain. I'm always back like 40 to 50 what is it, 40 to 50,000 blocks behind where the blockchain's at. And I've been like for a month straight, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just shut it off. There's only 4 terabytes in that, so now I'm just using the evergreen thing. I'm like, I just shut you off, done, whatever, forget about it. Speaking of ETMC, what is the current price at? As you know, they got listed on MEXC the other day. So are they seeing any actual decent price gaining or anything? Or are they just, okay, it dumped. So it did actually go up to 38 cents. So then all of a sudden a massive drop down and then 16 cents. So you know what? I think it is going to take a couple months because they just dropped the emissions. It's 50% less now. So, you know, normally by now, like, let's just bring this up here. I'm at 26.15 coins. I just did a claim about like 6 or 7 days ago. Usually by the time I get my coins, it takes about 8 days. I'm usually around 55 coins. Right now I'm only at 26, and I should get them today or tomorrow here. So yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot less. So as people with heavy bags now start dumping their coins when the price does hit certain levels, it should kind of hit an equilibrium, and then eventually there's not going to be a bunch of major bag holders anymore, and the price should slowly start to creep up. You know, this is long term, maybe 6 months out or something. But, you know, I've been holding my ETC POW now because, you know, I'm thinking it's a lot harder to get now. Something might start happening. It's going to be interesting, but we still have, it's another thing we got to play out and wait and see what happens. Did you hear of Ordenine? New ASIC company who makes Bitcoin miners, higher hash rate than S21. I have not heard of. I can't. You know, that sounds familiar. I don't know if it was off a movie or maybe it was a miner company. I don't know, but that sounds familiar. But I don't know if it had to do with the miners or not. But I'll keep an eye out for them, definitely 100%, and see if we can find any information on them. But you know, keep in mind, guys, as we get into this bull market, we're gonna see a bunch of unheard of manufacturers and unheard of miners just pop up out of nowhere. We're going to see a lot of scams. You know, I'm not saying they're a scam. I'm just saying be very careful. We are hitting critical scam time, guys. Like literally, there's going to be so many scams everywhere, whether it's ASIC miners, maybe it's pump coins, maybe, you know, whatever. We're hitting scam central time right now. Just be very careful. They can have all the specs they want. Like, I'm not saying they're bad, but you know, what was it? There's some other miner that released last cycle. Just like it looked like a legit website. It had the specs. The only thing in the specs was better than anything we could possibly buy. And it was like, what? And it was a scam site. So just be careful. Be very, very careful. You know, let's look it up. Let me see if I can copy this. Ordenine, copy. Let's see if we can pull this in here. Ordenine. Let's see. Bring that up. Home. Is this it? Breakthrough, scalability, sustainable, AI, something. Ordenine. Bitcoin miner. Solutions. Ordenine. Bitcoin mines. Powers. I don't know. Is this them? This is the one we're looking at? Ordenine. 0 to 260 terahash in one. This is like race car specs. This thing can go from 0 to 260 terahash in 1 second, guys. No, I don't know. Minus 20 to 50 degrees. World's fastest air-cooled miner. Where's the hash rate, though? Is this the one you're referring to? Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of these or seen them, but hey, I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying never heard of them. I'd definitely be very careful and take it as initial scamming, but who knows? They don't optimal range. They don't have a hash rate on these things. Where's the hash rate? What is it? 500 terahash for 10 watts? That's legit. I don't know. I can't see anything. All I see is 0 to 250 terahash per second with, I guess, joules per terahash. I don't know the joules. How do you work out a joule to a watt and stuff? Okay, wait. 260 terahash, 16 joules per terahash. So 260 times 16. So 4,160 joules. How many watts is in a joule? Let's Google that now. How many watts in a joule? How many watts in a joule? Summarizer. Electricity terms of lighting, 1 Newton. Oh, great. Now we're getting into newtons. Okay, so for example, 40 watts, light bulb uses 40 joules of electricity. Okay. Anyone just give me an answer? I don't know. Okay, I don't think they're real. Let's just stick with that. We'll just wait for, you know, someone real to actually try and sell that miner, not just one place out of nowhere. Let's go that way. For now, it's a scam until proven not scam. That's how we do it around here. Chat GPT will work it out for you. Yeah, but isn't that Chat GPT? Is that the one that just moved to Microsoft? So now I don't want to use it anymore because it's made for Microsoft to make more money. We have enough problems with Bill Gates. Watts of joules. Oh, it's 1 to 1, so it's 4,150 watts then or something. Joules is 1 to 1 with watts. Okay, so it's 4,160 watts for 200 and some, I guess, terahash. But oh my gosh, those Bitcoin miners, they use so much power. So much power. So much power. Let's compare that. How much would that, you know, is there a Bitcoin mining calculator in it? Bitcoin mining calculator. Bitcoin mining calculator. Okay, let's try this. No, I don't want that either. Ah, forget about it. I wanted to work out like how much it makes per watt, and it's not very much because they use so much down power. Bitcoin's one of the worst things you could possibly mine. No offense, like seriously, as a home miner, you do not mine Bitcoin. They use so much power. The network hash rate is so high, you're not making very much. You're better off with L7s, with GPUs, with anything else than just swap that into Bitcoin, because you will get so much more Bitcoin than you would mining with a Bitcoin miner. Okay, well, there's something else I wanted to look at, and I totally forgot what it was now. Went to that. Let's look at, well, yeah, halving. Let's see when the next halving. Nice hash. Actually, let's go Bitcoin, BTC halving. Nice hash. Something. Forks and countdowns. We got a lot of stuff happening here, guys. A lot of stuff. Look at all the forks and ETC. Oh, yeah, ETC. Now, they're not having a halvening. They're having another fifthening. So, block reward's going to drop like half of ETC, maybe a quarter. I can't remember. I'll figure it out as we get closer to it. But, yeah, that's June 1st. That's coming this year here. But regardless, Bitcoin right here. April 27th is what it's currently looking like. 55 days. Bitcoin Cash is in 15 days only? Wow. Bitcoin Cash is having in 15 days, guys. Bitcoin Gold is in 52. But the big one, the big old Bitcoin is 55 days, 7 hours away. Now, it could happen in 50 days. It could happen in 60 to 70 days. The point is we need 840,000 of the block height to be hit. That's when the halving will occur, depending on network hash rate and miners going online, coming offline, and so on. You know, it'll move this number up and down based on the hash rate. That was a big thing. You guys remember when was it? I think it was when Flux last halving happened or something. There's a huge, like, people didn't understand what was going on. They were going by the calculator, and then all of a sudden, like, the halving didn't happen till like a day after the calculator said, and it was sitting on zero forever. Everyone's like, oh, the blockchain's broken. What's going on here? Oh my gosh, Flux is down. Flux isn't halving. What's happening with all their coins? Blah, blah, blah. You know, just name it. People were saying it. The point is, it didn't hit that block height, based on the very reasons I just said. Hash rate going up, down, difficulties. All that matters is hitting that block height. So even though these calculators said it should have happened, it didn't, because it didn't hit the block height where it was supposed to happen. So, you know, just kind of straighten that out, because if people are unaware how that works, they'll probably come into here and say, oh, it should have happened. Where's the halving? Oh, what's going on with Bitcoin? I'm still getting this or something. So just, that's how it works type of thing. Just realize it's based on the block height, not what some calculator tells you. Chia isn't good unless 2x. You need to mine it for 2 years. Exactly. I've been mining it for 2 years. I got myself 4 Chia. So I guess I got $400. Nice. Now that I think about it, I got $400 in Chia for mining for 2 years off 12 terabytes. Not too shabby. I don't even think that's an ROI technically yet. But, you know, if it goes to $1,600, I'll definitely be jumping up and down. What else do we got going on there? We got 196 viewers, 68 likes. I got to check out the other live chats here. I'm sorry I've been neglecting everyone. Scafer, what's going on? That's right. I have CPUs, GPUs, and ASIC Kaspa ASICs recently. Oh, and added. Awesome. You're my hero, Rabid mining. Okay, well, it's nice to be a hero. I should get a cape or something. I should make a Rabid mining cape and do like a superhero skit. That'd be awesome, right? We like to play around here sometimes. I put 2 CPUs under my wife's desk. I told her they pay for Netflix. That's awesome. That's a good one. That is a really good one. I like that one. I like that one. Anyone over here? No one ever talks over here. I don't know why. I'm gonna say hi. Hello. See if anyone replies to me. No one ever talks to me in that live chat. I'm live streaming in 3 places right now, guys. We are live on YouTube, we are live on Twitch, and we are live on Kick. I'm not streaming to X this week because I don't know. I don't even know if anyone pays attention over there when it comes to live streaming. But yeah, so doing the platforms everywhere. We're going to go to the moon. Rabid heroing. Can your arch nemesis be Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'll try to figure out. Maybe I'll make like some blow up dolls of them, and I'll be like Bitcoin dropping elbow drops or something on them or something. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Bitcoin laser their heads off. No, we'll figure something out. I gotta figure out how to do some effects. This could be fun. BTC Ninja Star. Oh, that's a good one. BTC Ninja Stars. Yes, I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Who's getting the KS5? Damn. Honestly, if I had the money, I'd probably try. But then again, guys, you know, if you had the money, now if you have the money and it doesn't matter, then those are the people that are buying it because they're already rich and they don't care what happens. But in theory, if you were to just buy Kaspa for the amount of that, you would get a lot more Kaspa than how much you would mine by the time the bull run hits, I think. You know, we don't know until you actually run the numbers side by side and see how many it hits long term until the miner finally blows up. Maybe long term it'll work that way, but you know, I think buying the coins by the time the all-time high hits this cycle would be better. You'd get more. But yeah, hey, who knows? Maybe if you mine through it and it didn't blow up in the first year or something and made it to 2029, you know, it'd be a good long-term investment for sure. But we're going to have more miners. It won't last that long because we're going to have even better miners. We're going to have, eventually, we're going to be at, what, 100 terahash miners here? It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. Like, look at the jump. This one went from 8 to 21 terahash. So it doubled, like, the wind miner and stuff. So the next one, if they double it again, that's 40. And then they double that one, the next one's going to be 80. So we could see 80 terahash miners in a year and a half, 2 years by the next bear. And they're going to be needed. Honestly, you're going to need that. You're going to need newer gear because the block reward is going to be dropping. You know, this time next year, the Kaspa block reward is going to be half. It halves every single year, done so by a little bit every single month. So, you know, depending what month, if you're in January and doing it, next January, it's a halving. If you're in February, last month, next February, it's a halving. From right now to next March, it's a halving. So, yeah, it's always going to be half the block rewards of the month you're sitting in right now in 1 year's time. So you're going to need super efficient miners. I don't know what's going on with that whole optical thing. You know, optical miners are supposed to be like the long-term thing when Kaspa's block reward is only like 0.001 Kaspa or something. Like next to nothing. But who knows? Maybe Kaspa's at $100,000 by then. That'd be insane. What happened with Space Mesh? They're having weekly, or is it just my rewards? I don't know. I've never tried Space Mesh. People have been telling me to check it out, give it a shot, but I have not gotten into Space Mesh. Like, I don't have any extra hardware to do any of this. I don't have power to play around with all these other things. I wish I could. I probably should, but I just can't. You know, I'm just sticking to where I know money currently is, and then if I hear something that something's making quite a bit more, then I'll do the extra hassle and maybe swap over. But yeah, that's it. Space Mesh is Chia. Wait, I can't. Oh, the stupid heart thing is in the way. I can't see what's going on. All right. Picking up a 5950X from Micro Center as we speak. They are 360 USD right now. Is that for like the full build, just the CPU? But awesome. Grabbing some CPUs. What are your thoughts on Carlson? Is it another NXL? I don't know. Technically, Carlson forked first, right? There was the first Kaspa fork, I think, was Carlson, wasn't it? And then, like, so in theory, it should already be through the whole pruning stage. So I haven't heard anyone really talking about it. So far, it seems to be doing something. I have no idea. Now, there are other rumors that, I don't know, there's some calculations in the code, and I don't know what's going on. I think it's both NXL and Carlson, where, you know, you're supposed to have a total amount minted, but it sounds like the way the coding is, there's actually going to be more coins than actually being said, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's a whole bunch of code talk, and I'm not a coder. Zec pumping, I thought it was dead because of regulations and delistings of Dash. Who knows? You know, it doesn't matter. If people believe in a coin, the coin's going to go up. If it's doing something, you know, it's going to go up. Who cares if an exchange lists it or delists it? Yeah, you can use that into a FOMO drive to buy more coins, or say it's going to the moon or something. Oh, Kaspa's hitting Binance, it's going to go to the moon. Binance isn't the end all say all things. Binance delisted Monero. Who cares? I didn't even flinch when I heard that because Binance, number one, wasn't even the largest exchange for Monero, and Monero's set to drop this time in the cycle anyway. It's going to rebound and go right back to over $400 again when the bull hits. So, you know, ignore all what's going on, and if a coin's actually truly doing something, it's probably going to gain value. What do we got here? Will RXD pump? I have no idea. Hopefully it does. You know, eventually I think Nexa, Radiant, Alephium, all these coins are probably going to be ASIC eventually. That means GPUs won't even be mining them, but you know, that's okay. We're going to get through this cycle. It's going to be a reset. We're going to have a whole bunch of new coins all over again in the next bear market because all the coins we're talking about mining now, hoping things happen, they have not seen a bull run yet. A lot of these coins have not seen a bull run. Flux, on the other hand, it has seen a bull run, and it's been seeing some decent price gain lately. Let's take a look at that. You know, I've always said, you know, everyone always says I hate on Flux all the time. I hate on Flux. I hate on Flux. I don't hate on Flux. I hate on mining Flux. There's a difference. Mining something, I hate on stuff that's not profitable. That's like I always say all the time. I'm about the profitability of the crypto coins. I go to where it pays my hardware the most, and that's why a lot of you guys tend to follow me, because you're looking for profits. You don't really care what the chain is doing. Now, as an investor, not financial advice, Flux does have huge to gain high prices here, and it's been seeing, you know, decent price gain. Look at the last 1 month here, just solid growth. It went over $1 again finally. I think the last all-time high with the, oh my gosh, this is a good one. This is a good one for a Rabid chart read. Flux is giving everyone that hated him the big old, you know what I'm about to say there. Look at the big old middle finger. You know, it's coming in with a big sideways swipe middle finger here. You guys want to diss on me? Just wait till I hit over here, and this is seriously going to come into an even bigger middle finger with a double fister. Just picture this. Picture this. This is what's going to happen. We got the 2021 here. Actually, it peaked in 2022, which is after Bitcoin peaked. It was a late bloomer, but it's giving you the right hand FU, and it's going to give you the left hand bigger FU next year. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. Flux has a chance to, you know, could we see $5, $10 on Flux? Maybe. That'd be freaking awesome. I do think the coin price, they are doing things that other coins aren't doing. The whole proof of useful work thing, the dashboard they got going on, possibly a new mining OS on there as well. That they're doing a lot of things that lots of coins aren't doing. They're doing stuff that's different. And that is what coins need to gain value, momentum, and money and investors. And Flux is doing that. It just sucks to mine it. That's just the bottom line. It's not making anything while mining it because it's just not. But, you know, as an investment, holding the coin, you got some coins, it's going to do great things moving forward. It was Zell. Yes, it was Zell before Flux. That's true story. It was Zell before it was a Flux. It's still giving the middle finger, though. I like the video comparing the 7950X and 7950 3D. Thanks. Awesome. Yeah, that was a good one. It was fun. Did a lot of stuff there. I'm probably going to do the same thing. I'm debating. Do I should... Because I already did technically 7950X test. I didn't do the 3D test, so I'm just debating, like, should I go head-to-head again when I check out Ghost Rider and the other algorithms, or should I just go ahead and just do, you know, this is the 7950X 3D Ghost Rider hash rates. And this is Minotaur X hash rates. Or should I keep going head-to-head, side-by-side like that? What CPU coins look promising so far? Zephyr seems like a beast mode. Zephyr has momentum, possibilities, craziness happening within it. You know, Yatacoin's been gaining a lot of traction as well, too, though. So I guess, you know, definitely can't count that one out. Let's just take a look. What's Zephyr looking like right now? What are you looking like? 2.8 gigahash online. Price is back to $25, and the difficulty is doing nothing but going up, and away. So awesome here, guys. Decentralization. We need some more decentralization. I see 1.4 gigahash rocking hero miners. There's only 384 rocking mining ocean. I think we need to get some more people on mining ocean, and Hashwell's a good pool too. I'm surprised it has only 26 megahash. What? I don't know what's going on with this either. Someone refer to me why there's so many ups and downs happening on Hashvault. Same thing on Monero, I noticed. Look at Monero hash rate. What is all this? Look at Nanopool. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like, I don't understand the inconsistencies on a lot of these pools here. Now, if there are profit switching pools, it makes sense. But none of these pools here are profit switching pools. Well, we can see Hashvault is steady here. But what's going on with Nanopool? Why is it doing, unless oh, could it be a dev fee thing? Maybe it's XMRig dev fee or something going, that would make sense. Then technically, if everyone's using XMRig, it would draw all the hash in. But then we got it happening on these pools as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. A dev fee would make sense, actually, but that's a long time to be in a dev fee. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why those spikes happen like that. It's weird. Is Dero CPU mineable? Hell yeah, it is. It is CPU mineable as well. I got a Rabid mining Dero pool. If you guys were unfamiliar with that, check it out. See? We got 87 miners connected. I'm letting it load to see how much hash we have. We have 3.8 mega hash online at the Rabid mining Dero pool. It is CPU mineable. There is a GPU miner online. And you know, my videos are even down here if you don't know how to set up your Dero wallet or anything. So that's will help you out. But yeah, Dero is it's CPU mineable. There is a GPU mineable out now that you can use GPUs. But CPUs still, you know, they're better. They're more efficient. They're better than the GPU still. Until got maybe a new GPU miner emerges. I don't know. But yeah, it's a CPU mining coin. And it's been seeing some nice price gain. Let's actually look at this one. Dero. I believe it peaked at $23 last run, which would be insane if we saw that again. So right now it's been gaining some traction again. Look at that. It's up to 443 right now. It peaked up to $5, so that's awesome. But if we go to the all-time high, $25. I lied. It peaked at $25, not $23. If we could see this type of level again, that would be insane. Let's just take a look at some mining profitabilities. Let's bring up the spreadsheet and see what Dero looks like right now if it hits that price. So let's just, oh man, I can't bring up a good one. Oh, not that one. All right, I guess we'll go with this one. Where's Dero? Dero, right here. Here's Dero. So let's just say, it hits $25. All right, now what is the current network hash on Dero, which we just saw right somewhere here? We're at 258 mega hash online right now. 258 mega hash on Dero. 258. 3900X does about 15.4 kilohash. So that brings us into profits of, I'd be making $4.40 right now if Dero hits 25. That's pretty good. I'm okay with $4.40 per 3900X. Remember, that is per 3900X. My farm would be almost $200 a day right now based on the current yields, network hash rate and stuff. Now, what is it at? It's at 4 something. Let's just go back to see what it's at right now. What is the current mining profitability? Not that. Oh, where is it? Oh, I lost it. What the heck? Oh, here it is. It's currently at 440. So go back to 440. $4.40. So right now it's 77 cents. 77 cents before power. I don't think Dero actually used that much power either. I can't remember. Now my CPU mining calculator for Dero seems to be not working right now. I'm trying to get it updated to get a lot more of them Ghost Rider coins in, a bunch more of them Random X coins that are out now, and you know, just get it updated and then get Dero working again. But the dev that's been working on that, he's been pretty busy lately, so hopefully I can get that all up to date. If you're unfamiliar where that is, though, that is rabidmining.com, my website, so check it out. Have you tried dual mining on a CPU? You cannot do it. Well, you can, but you lose hash rate everywhere. Now the only dual mining you can kind of do is with Epic Cache, which is more like mining ZIL. So it has 3 algorithms, and when it switches to you know, the GPU and the ASIC algorithm, then your CPU is free to mine other coins, and you can set it up so that it mines the other coins in the downtime and then switches back to Epic Cache while the Random X algo is live and being mined. So that's the only way you can really technically do a mine on the CPU, is doing it like that. Because if you try, you know, like I guess, Zeph with, I don't know, Zeph with Ghost Rider, you're going to suck on both sides. I'm on Mining Ocean. My hash rate is up to 7.7. Oh, your hash back. Nice, nice. Awesome. Rocking the Mining Ocean. Yeah, that's where I usually go to when I'm on Zeph. I mine on Mining Ocean because, it's the second place pool, but the Hero Miners does have nothing against Hero Miners, guys, but the hash rate is huge. Look how decent. Monero, where are you at? Look at this. Look how close. Look at the Monero pools here. 750 on the top pool, 735 on the second pool, 377 mega hash on the third pool, 125 on the fourth pool. Look how even out this is. The top pool has 34% hash rate, which is, around you want it. You can technically get better and drop every pool to 20%. But the thing is, you go to Reddit, you go to anywhere, and you say anything about Monero, where should I mine, how should I mine? And if you're thinking about one of these pools, people tell you, go to the third pool, go to the fourth pool. The community itself promotes the decentralization. They also promote people to run your own nodes. Monero is one of the most decentralized, community-driven coins I have seen in all of crypto. It's crazy. And I think this is the mentality, if you really know for the blockchains and stuff, people should really keep an eye on Monero and how it's going, because this is the top privacy coin. This is the one coin that really wants to stick it to the you-know-whos. And that's what Monero is doing. And they're just running their blockchain. It's coming. It's decentralized. It's all over. People run their own nodes. I run my own node when I do any type of transactions with Monero. That's what's encouraged to do when it comes to Monero. So, a lot of people can learn a lot from this coin right here, even though all you hear about is the fun. Oh yeah, speaking of that, guys, it got delisted. Monero's going to die. This looks like a solid uphill battle to me, leading into as we're going forward. So yeah, interesting stuff. What do we got down here? So it is finally gone here, but we can see Gate.io. Binance, they destroyed. Look, Binance, it got delisted off Binance, guys. Monero's done. Doesn't stand a chance anymore, other than Gate.io's 13.6 million, which is more than Binance's. We got KuCoin's 9.5 million. We got MEXC's 5.1 million. We got Whitebit 4.8 million. There's volume, guys. People are using it. People are trading it. Binance wasn't even a flick. Wasn't even a flicker in the ripple effect. Who cares about Binance? Just because you think Binance is the next big thing, the biggest thing in the world? It's not. There's other exchanges. Binance is zero. It means nothing. Ignore it. Monero is going to continue to go up. It's going to be crazy. Anyway, so yeah. Snowstorm in Alberta. Yes, we're expecting 30 to 50 centimeters today. And it's supposed to be starting getting heavy within the next half an hour here. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy. I'm probably going to be snowed in for a couple days. Maybe I'll have to do more live streams. Maybe I'll live stream again tonight. Wait, I might not have power. That's going to suck. I'm just kidding. I don't know. We'll see what happens, though. But, yeah, we're definitely getting some massive snowstorms. Centimeters? What is that? So, I don't know. What is that? 30 centimeters. How many inches? Do you guys in inches over there? 30. Let me Google. You know what? I'll just Google this. 30 centimeters. 30 centimeters is how many inches? That's 11 inches. So almost a foot. So we're going to get 30 centimeters to 50 centimeters. So, 12 to 19 inches of snow is what we're expecting, if that's what it is. 30 centimeters to a foot. Yeah, so, yeah. We're going to get, a foot to foot and 3/4 of snow is what we're going to see here. 100 centimeters equals near 3 feet. Yeah, stay safe. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Anyway, guys, we have been here for quite some time. So I do appreciate all of you guys for showing up for this live stream. And we'll be back for a Q&A tomorrow. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Rabid out.